If you are looking into moving to Costa Rica and you're wondering, the weather in Costa Rica, how is that like? What can I expect from rainy season? What can I expect from dry season? Well, this is a video with information about it. Hi, I live in Costa Rica since 2018. Thanks to my online income, I teach how to build income from anywhere in the world. So for information about that, just go ahead, click the link in the first comment or below this video in the description. Share your name and email and I will follow up with some information per email. For those just, want to get that daily life impression. Okay, so I am on my ADV. I just came home. One of my dogs loves to sit in the back, and we're right now in transition between dry season to wet season. It is right now the first week of May, and I live in the province Punta Arenas. Now, don't pin me exactly on when the dry season or the wet season starts. That fluctuates. Also it's depending on the area where you live in Costa Rica. So at the Caribbean side, it's different than where we live. It's basically the opposite. When here it's wet, there it's dry. And I live close by Montezuma, Santa Teresa. It's a weird shaped province, Punta Arenas. I'm gonna share just some things that you will notice when you're living in Costa Rica. That last week everything was yellow. Everything was yellow here because it has been a very long, dry, hot season. Now the first week of May it starts to rain, and within 3 days everything is green. But with the wetness and the greenness and the lushness, which is amazing, also insects will come out. We have lots of beetles flying around in the kitchen, so when you're cooking they just literally fly and hit your head, and have mosquitoes coming out of their eggs. And it's in the transition from dry season to wet season, you will gonna see like explosions of insects. And don't freak out because it's not, you won't die from it. It's just a part of Costa Rica living that we all have to adjust to. If you come from Europe, like where I come from, a cold country, the Netherlands, with cold winters and kind of normal temperature summers, not with a lot of humidity and stuff, you're not used to this. But here in Costa Rica, in the transition from dry season to wet season, it has pros and it has cons. So everything, the cons are everything is lush, there's no dust in the air, the temperature is not that high, and I love the wet season, but the dry season can be dusty, but it doesn't have a lot of mosquitoes. It's brighter skies, better surf waves. Now, of course, it depends on your personality, what you prefer, but I assure you, you have to deal with both seasons. It's just part of it. Now, one cool thing about the wet season that is in my area, starting basically from May and it ends basically the end of November, we have a mid-dry season period, and that is more or less in July happening. That is a benefit for people visiting and vacationing to check out Costa Rica if they want to move to Costa Rica. It's an ideal period to have a vacation when there's kids vacation. So if you want to move as a family to Costa Rica, that's a great time to just check out, do an exploration vacation to see where you would want to live. Because I believe that you should not take my word or any word for it to choose what is the best place for you to live. Some people love the mountain area. You see there's lots of little flies flying around my face right now. Maybe you don't see them. Some people love the beach area. Some people love to be in a very rural or even totally remote. And some people love to live in a street full of houses. Now, by the way, my property is for sale. In another video, I'm happy to share why. But we live here right now when I'm making this video 7+ years. Our kids are 21, almost 22 and 16. And our family situation has changed. And we feel that after 7 years, it's just natural time to create change. So for the listing of my property, if it's still available, I'm not sure when you're watching this video, you will see that in the description down below. But about the weather in Costa Rica, dry season, wet season, it both has its charms. And yeah, just come and find out. Also, if you're planning on moving to Costa Rica, don't make the decision in the ideal season. Go visit Costa Rica. Also, for example, if you love to surf on the ideal oceans in perfect circumstances and you love like dryness and hotness, come and visit Costa Rica, the area where you want to live, where you're thinking on living, and see how it is in rainy season. It may shock you, you know, so don't surprise yourself by not doing it. A lot of people leave within the year who moved to Costa Rica. Don't let that be you. Okay, so well, I hope that you found a lot of value in this video. If you haven't subscribed, this might be the moment to do so. Click the bell to get notified every time I upload new video. As always, for Costa Rica expats, I am not the all-knower of Costa Rica. I just share what I have learned myself. So always think for yourself. And again, having an online income allows me to live here for many years. Costa Rica is an expensive country, so don't let finances drive you out of Costa Rica. Living on a budget sucks in Costa Rica because that feels like a prison, right? So be curious, learn what I'm doing and teaching, and find out if it's something for you. Just go click the very first link in the description or in the comments, and see you in my next video. And Jimmy says hi or bye.